Hi everyone, welcome to Diamond Dog Training. When you take your dog for a walk, is it a non-ending struggle to keep your dog's head off the ground? Do they pick up every piece of grass, dirt? Do they eat every candy wrapper? Well then this video is for you. We're going to work on Leave It. Now the first two videos, the first one, Leave It, item in hand, and Leave It, item under the shoe, both taught your dog what it meant to leave it. Leave it means don't touch it. You're never going to get it. And you're going to walk away from it and run back to your owner as quickly as you can. Leave it is not wait, where you tell them wait and then you get your dinner. Leave it means don't touch it. Never, forever, it's forbidden. That's the way I teach Leave It. So when I say leave it with the item in my hand, then Nikki understands she'll never get it. If I put it under my shoe and I say leave it, she's not going to touch it. If I put the item under my shoe and step off, she's still not going to touch it because she knows that item belongs to me. So please go back and review the two previous Leave It episodes, and they're listed above me and also in the description below. How did you teach your dog Leave It? Please leave me a comment on what Leave It means to your dog. Now, right now, Nikki and I are going to work out here in the yard with the leaves and the grass, and we're going to work with Leave It. So Nikki is here to help me. We're just going to review for a moment the word leave it. So I'm going to take a treat in my hand and I'm going to say to Nikki, leave it. If she comes after it, I will close my hand. When she stops trying for the treat, I'm going to click and I'm going to feed her. So when you say leave it, it means it's yours. It belongs to you. So let's try it again. I'm going to say to Nikki, leave it. And I'm going to close it. If she is trying to get it, I will close it again if she tries to get it. When she backs away from it, I'm going to click and I'm going to feed her. And where am I feeding her from? The other hand. So now I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to say to her, Nikki, leave it. She's going to stay away from it. It's now open. She's not touching it. And I'm going to feed her. I'm going to take it all the way to the ground. I will close it if she comes over to it. When she backs away, I will click and feed her. I'm going to place it on the ground. Going to wait until she backs away. Up. Okay. And when we're going to try it again. And we're going to say to her, Nikki, leave it. When she stays away, I'm going to click and I'm going to feed her. Okay. All right. And when she stays away from it, I'm going to say to her, Nikki, leave it. And I'm going to feed her. So now I'm going to take the treat all the way to the ground. Leave it. She's not touching it. Going to feed her. Going to place it on the ground. When she's not near it, I'm going to click and I'm going to feed her. Now I'm going to take it all the way to the ground. I'll have my foot close by to step on it if I need to. Okay. Nikki, leave it. When she stays away, I'm going to feed her. I'm going to remove my hand. Leave it. She's not touching it. And I'm going to feed her. Remember, I can step on it if I need to now. If she comes near it, I'm going to feed her again, and now I'm going to reward her for staying away from the item. So it's on the floor. I'm going to take a step back from it, and I'm going to say to her nothing because I've said it once, and I'm going to click and feed. Now you can switch to the word yes. You can very easily say yes and feed. Now think of that. Maybe that's a dead bird on the ground, right? So the next step is to get Nikki to come away from it. So she goes far away from it. So my dead bird, which is a chicken treat on the ground, is laying there. And I'm going to say to Nikki, leave it. And I'm going to get Nikki to come away, right? Now she still knows it's there. Now I could have a harness and a leash on, and I could be using it with a leash as well. But we're going to see if we can get her to come forward and say to her, Nikki, leave it. Okay. And we're going to come her way, all right? So now I'm going to use another item. I want her to believe that when something is on the ground, no matter what it is, when you say leave it, your dog is going to back away from it and come away, right? So when I say leave it, I really want Nikki to run from across the yard to me. So I've placed a plastic bag with not a real turtle, but looks a little interesting. And what we're going to work on is having Nikki leave it. Okay, so if she shows any interest in the plastic bag, the first thing I'm going to do is take my hand with the treat directly to her nose. I'm going to say leave it, and what am I going to do? I'm going to back away. I want her to back away from the item. When she's following me, as I back away, I'm going to click and I'm going to feed her. So we're going to come close here, and we're going to let her see it. Okay, Nikki, leave it. And I'm going to bring her away, and I'm going to feed her, okay? Now, you can practice this with any number of things. And I have some other things. I'm going to put some bacon in the bag, and we're going to practice with that. But I thought I'd practice with something very simple first. And I'm going to say to her, leave it, and I'm going to draw her away, all right? So my turtle in my plastic bag, didn't care about. But this is bacon. This is going to be hard. So I'm going to take a piece of bacon and put in the bag. Now, if you're going to use bacon in the bag, you should be using bacon in your hand. Take it. Good girl. That was a freebie. All right, so I'm putting the bacon in the bag, and I'm going to put it on the ground. Just like something that you might walk past when you're out on a walk, okay? So we're going to let Nikki see it, okay? And we're going to say to her, Nikki, leave it, and we're going to draw her away, okay? So now, because it's sealed, it's not as interesting, so we're going to open it. Each time we do that, we make it more interesting, okay? Harder. Okay, so, Nikki, leave it. Good girl. And what am I doing? I'm drawing her away. This is what you want to practice. Now, she knows it's in there. Nikki, leave it. Good girl. That's my girl. All right? So there's a piece of bacon in there. And yes, I have bacon with me. So this is the idea. You want to get to the point where when you say leave it, your dog will turn and run to you no matter what. Squirrels are hard for Nikki. We're working on that one. So, okay. Nikki, leave it. Good girl. Now there's a piece of bacon in there. So she sniffed it. She knows it's there. But she also knows, Nikki, leave it. Atta girl. Good girl. Good job. So remember, leave it is your friend. Ask your dog to leave it. Never give it to them. Always reward them for leaving it. And your dog will always come back to you. Thank you for watching this episode of Diamond Dog Training. Please subscribe to my channel and ring that little bell. Leave me some comments below about how you taught your dog leave it. Thank you. And bye from Joyce and Nikki at Diamond Dog Training. Bye-bye. Oh, you're so smart. Yes, you are. Very smart. Good girl. I'm out of food. Yes, I am. I'm out of food. Yes, I am. Yep. Good girl. Nikki, leave it. Atta girl. Good job. You're so smart. Good girl. Good job. Good job, Nick. Good job. Very nice.